Hey there and welcome to this special video on how to help you to shine more with charisma. My first 13 years of giving charisma boosting training in 15 countries have proven one simple fact. Charisma is a skill. Charisma is a skill. And in this video, I share with you 42 quick tips and techniques that will help you to sharpen your charisma skill. I put these 42 quick tips and techniques in 5 main categories, and these 5 main categories are the main drivers for your charisma based on my experience. Presence, rhetoric, attitude, drive, authenticity. So here we go. Let's start the show. Isn't that common sense? Less charisma, more charisma. Less charisma, more charisma. Less charisma, more charisma. Unprotect your body. First we moved, then we spoke. My entire life. The espresso, 5, and the beer mug at Oktoberfest. Whether you are the smaller type or the taller type, don't make yourself smaller. Straighten your back. Better presence, more charisma. Are you Indiana Jones, always looking for treasures on the floor he will never find? Or are you the visionary? The visionary. Or are you the psychopath who always looks 2 centimeters above the head? Look them straight into their soul. Speech is silver, silence is... You know exactly what silence is. The great French president Charles de Gaulle, he once said, "Nothing more enhances authority than silence." The pause is charisma. When I wear beige, I look like him. I'm a walking dead. I need dark colors. This here's my color code. Go to the web. Depending on your skin, your hair, your eye colors, every one of us has a color code. Colors, presence. Presence, charisma. I always wear these rhetorical device t-shirts. Nobody understands them. Nobody buys them. I love them. These shirts are my turtleneck. Steve Jobs, turtleneck. Find your turtleneck. And then I moved to Spain, to Barcelona, and there I was there for a year to do my exchange program in Barcelona, and I lived in this bohemian flat together with Bert and Francois. Shorten your sentences. Pause, short sentence, pause, short sentence. Speak to the ears, not to the eyes. Cliché is boring. You can say, and then I moved from London to Barcelona, or you say, and then I replaced fish and chips with paella. When the other person speaks loudly, raise your volume. When the other person speaks softly, reduce your volume. When the other person speaks in a strong dialect, maybe coming from Hull, who says, "I love you," then you can speak your dialect. Speak their language. How can I not be a fan of my client, Jägermeister? I visited their headquarters and they gave me a gift, this special green glass. Objects break the norm. Breaking the norm is charismatic. Flying with Ryanair is like being completely drunk. The next day you always say, "It was the last time." Analogies rock. Use them a lot. So you went to Greece for holidays. Why would you recommend Greece? Specific beats generic. Instead of saying, "I'm a foodie," say, "Oh, I remember that grilled sea bass on that beautiful island in Croatia." Charisma loves stories, and storytelling is quite simple. Just start any conversation with 3 months ago on a rainy Thursday evening. Their ears will be glued to your lips. The room smelled like work. I grew up in a silent village. I stood on top of wet moss, barefoot. Oh, the taste of that grilled sea bass in Croatia, man. We have 5 senses, not only the visual one. Speak to all of them. Option 1. And then Rose asked me if I wanted to go to our favorite restaurant that night. Option 2. And then Rose looked at me and said, Baby, can we go to our Contrave tonight? Sleeping pill, Red Bull. Why do you think those fuck-up nights are a global phenomenon these days? And if you don't know fuck-up nights, check it out on the web. It's because we love to hear about your struggles. Your struggles connect with me in the audience. And connection is charisma. Are you too big, too small, too loud, too silent, too stutter, too geek, to whatever you are? Poke fun at yourself. Self-deprecating humor is always a winner. Charisma. The standard pattern of almost all jokes, you build an expectation, you build it like Rodney Dangerfield, American comedian, who said, my wife and I were happy for 20 years. You expect a divorce, and then he says, then we met. Say the unexpected and punch them like Mike Tyson. This is our mom at my wedding, and she said a month later, the bed was so wide, I needed my walker to make it from one side to the other. Something happens out of the norm in your room. Something out of the norm happens in your room. Call it golden rule of humor. Call it a cell phone goes off. Say, if it's my mother-in-law, I'm busy. No. Naysaying is poison for your charisma. No. What a bummer. Say yes more often. That doesn't mean that you sometimes don't want to say no. Of course. Imagine something is against your values. Say no. No is also charisma. Think about all the charismatic people you know in your life. Charismatic people take a stand. Something is against your beliefs, your convictions. Take a stand. She had to learn it the hard way. But today, she takes a stand whenever it is necessary. P1 Munich, posh club, rejection. I still went back to get in. Don't we love to be rejected? Be the bouncer sometimes. Can you give me the information flow? Not so fast. Reject them. It makes you so attractive. What everyone else does? Only dead fish swim with the flow. Be the salmon. Defy the current. This is a pic from Rose's and my wedding. Here we are with rings, with skulls, showing the finger you cannot show to the audience, listening to Kings of Metal by Manowar. Charisma is unconventional. Charm is also charisma. An easy way to come across as charming is to make compliments. I like that tie. Compliments are for free. You just met my mom, back then, 90 years old, all her life elementary school teacher. She always says, people stand on top of pillars. Those people whose pillars you raise, they love you. Those people whose pillars you put down, they hate you. Raise their pillars. Well done, John. Wouldn't you agree that John did a really good job? When you call me on the phone, you know what's my first sentence? How can I help you? Football, cooking, opera, mountains, golf, whatever your passion is. When passion meets passion, magic can happen. 8th grade art class, all the students, we had to create a miniature version of our home. In the end, on one big table, 31 homes, mine was the smallest. Back then, super embarrassed. Today, super proud. Humble upbringing, share your origin. Charisma loves transparency. A widely ignored topic nowadays, courtesy. But courtesy makes big charisma points. When I'm in a restaurant and an acquainted person approaches the table, I will always do this. Hey, how's it going? Charisma is kindness, and kindness knows no titles. Whether it's the CEO or the doctor or the guard, treat everyone the same way, with kindness. When Rose and I arrive in a restaurant and we sit down, the first thing we always do is, waitress or waiter comes to our table. First thing we say is, hey, I'm Flo, this is Rose. With whom do we have the honor today? Communication is the Magic Johnson of charisma. It's the playmaker. You want to keep forging your communication skills. And for me, there's no better place for that than Toastmasters International. On the 5th of October 2005, I joined that club. Best place in the world to forge your communication skills. As a charismatic person, communicator, leader, you can be the spark that lights the fire in others. But how can you be the spark without energy? No energy, no spark. It's not always easy in life, and sometimes you even want to use white lies to protect the feelings of others. In general though, as a charismatic communicator, don't invent, don't lie, just be honest. Honesty is a mega authenticity driver. Authenticity is the #1 charisma booster for me. Now you know why I never work with politicians. I was 8 when my parents got divorced. It was the most exciting day of my life. You should invest in our project. Say it the way you feel it. Sincerity, real. My dear team, I made a big mistake. Guys, I cannot do it alone. Sometimes I feel like an imposter. Nothing will make you more authentic than being vulnerable. My friend, you made it! Woohoo! 42 quick tips and techniques that will help you shine more with charisma. One thing you can do is, I'm super looking forward to that. Can you write down in the comments the number of your favorite tip? I'm super looking forward to that. And now, go out there and shine more with charisma.